Welcome back. Here's 11.1, day 1. Here's your problem of the day. We're adding a little bit of distributive property here. So here's your refresher course, so please follow along. Okay, first you cut your problem down the middle. Now if you see parentheses and there's a number on the outside, they want you to distribute this entire number to every single term on the inside. And when I say distribute, I mean multiply. So we're going to multiply that -8 to both terms inside of those parentheses. So I'm going to bring this 88 down because I'm not going to touch it. Equals -8 times n. And remember, if you need some visual help, this is a 1n. So basically it's -8 times 1 gets you -8. So it's going to be -8n. -8 times -4. Negative times a negative equals a positive. 8 times 4 is 32. Okay, then now we're doing what we did last week, and we're going to get n all by itself. So first I'm going to deal with that constant near the variable, which is that 32. So I'm going to subtract 32. Subtract 32. And I'm going to bring down this 8n, -8n. And 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 gets me 6. 8 minus 3 gets me 5. So I'm at 56. Next, I need to officially get that n all by itself. And I need to do something. So it says -8n, and that means it's -8 times n. So the opposite of multiplying n, or multiplying times -8, is we're going to divide by -8. -8 divided by -8 gets me 1, right? We're left with 1, so that's why we're left with n. Whatever you do on one side, we do the other side, so I'm going to divide by -8. 56 divided by -8 is, well, 56, first of all, divided by 8 is going to get me 7. And then a positive divided by negative is going to be a negative, and this n, we bring the n down, and so our final answer is -7. Done. All right, so the new step was that distributive property. This is what we've been doing the last few weeks. So now it's your turn. You have this problem. Please get this done on Nearpod. Okay, here we go. So if you're done on Nearpod, again, we had to distribute this 10 to both terms on the inside. So we're going to multiply them to both terms on the inside by multiplying. So I'm bringing that 90 down. 90 equals 10 times 10 gets me 100, plus 10 times n, or 1n. 10 times 1 is 10, and n. So we have 10 n's now. Now we solve for n. So I am now going to get rid of this with 100 because I need to get rid of every single term that doesn't have the n involved. So I'm going to get rid of this 100. So a positive and a negative 100 cancels out. So we have minus 100 over here. 90 minus 100, since 90 is smaller than 100, it's going to be a negative number. And 100, so they're different signs. So I'm going to subtract 100 minus 90 is 10. And the bigger number is 100. So it's going to be a -10 equals 10n. Then I need to get 10 by itself. I'm going to divide by 10, or n by itself, divide by 10. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. Negative divided by positive is a negative. So it'll be -1 equals n. Final answer. Okay, so that is your problem of the day. We're moving on to some new stuff. We are done with graphs. Some of you might be happy with that. We are still sticking with some geometry things going on. So we are going to be identifying angles, and specifically angle pairs when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. These are some of my favorites. So here are our steps. We're going to ask ourselves some questions. So our steps are questions. Are the angles the same side, or are they alternate sides? And we're referring to the transversal line. And then are the angles interior or exterior? And we're talking about the parallel lines, and I'll show you what that means in a minute. Some vocab you need to know that's new this year is a transversal, is a line that cuts through parallel lines. So this line, so the parallel lines are ones that are going in the same direction at the same angle. So those are usually represented by these little arrows, these red arrows. Those are parallel. They're never going to touch. They go at the same direction. A transversal is this line that literally slashes through both of them. So this is our transversal. Should I write it? Transversal. My pen doesn't like me. But this is the transversal right there. Okay? Okay, so let's show us what we're doing. So we're going to be learning about 4 different types of angles today. Our first one is corresponding angles. So you'll be seeing there's this table that is also a little bit on your homework as examples, but this is kind of to help you guide you to what we're looking for. So here we go. So corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal, but they're one's inside, one's outside. But let's go over a few more other vocab for you. So let's get purple. I want red. Okay, so interior. When we say interior, think about like interior design, the interior of a car, the interior of a house. Those usually mean the inside. So this is the interior. I-N-T-E-R-I-O. Interior is on the inside. You can also think of it like a hamburger, the interior of a burger. So here's our burger. The exterior is on the outside. Outside exterior of a house, exterior of a car, exterior, yeah, that's about it. Exterior is outside. So on a hamburger, exterior of a hamburger, do I have a cool color that would match a hamburger bun? Kind of yellow. Hamburger bun. Boop. So this is kind of like a hot dog. All right, so there's like a little sesame seed buns. I had to delete all this. Okay, there, hamburger buns. So exterior is the outside of your sandwich or your hamburger buns. Interior is what goes on the inside of your sandwich or your hamburger or your hot dog, whatever you want to make this to be. So exterior, let me change it. Exterior. So exterior, outside, interior, and there's 2 exteriors. We got top and bottom. I put S, whoops, exterior. So interior, exterior, and interior is on the inside. Now, the other words you're going to be hearing is same side or alternate side. Same side is kind of in the name. It means it's on the same side. So, and what they usually mean though is the same side of this transversal. So over here, see this blue line I just made, the same side of the transversal. So if I put a heart here and a heart here, are they on the same side or different sides? If you answered same side, you are correct. They are on the same side, so these are same side exterior angles because they are also on the outside. They were in those hamburger bun areas. Okay, so if I did maybe a star here and a star here, are those on the same side or different sides? Those are on different sides. So if you answered different sides, you were correct. These are alternate. It's kind of like when you walk, you use alternate feet as you walk. You alternate between using your left foot, your right foot. It would look kind of awkward if you just hopped on one foot everywhere. So you are alternating between walking, between feet. So it is on either side. So alternate. So we got those. You got some nice pictures going on. I'm going to erase some of this so we can get to or maybe I'll just scroll down. No, I don't. I want to erase it. Okay, so I'm going to erase this button because I need this table down here. Okay, so I'll leave half the buns. Alrighty, so when we talk about the transversal line, we need to see if they're the same side or alternative sides. So corresponding angles, they are going to be on the same side of the transversal. And then they're also going to be Are they interior, exterior, both? These ones are actually going to be both. So examples of corresponding angles. Let me now erase everything. And I'll just rewrite it smaller so we still have ant things there. So they are going to be same side and both. So for example, this one and this one. They're on the same side of the transversal, but one is in the interior, inside. I should put an E for exterior. Exterior. Okay, so they're on the same side, and one is inside, in between, in the middle of the sandwich, and one's on the outside of the sandwich. So there's a few other ones you can find. You got 1 and 5. You also got the other direction, which is 3 and 7. And you also have 4 and 8. So those are all corresponding angles. And they are equal to each other. So if 3 was 50, 7 is also 50. If 2 is 110, 6 is 110. Okay? All right, now I have to speed along a little bit because we have a few other ones. Alternate interior angles. Alternate means opposite sides. So there are going to be alternating sides on the transversal, so one on each side. And interior angles. Interior means inside. So alternate means one on each side. So I got 3 and 6. Do you see another set? You got it. 4 and 5. These are alternate interior angles, and they are also equal to each other. So if this was 50, this is 50. That's 116. That's 116. Same thing. I know I'm rushing through this now because I'm running out of time. So alternate interior angles. Again, also in the name, alternate means we're going to have one on each side. And exterior angles means they're on the outside. Exterior is on the outside. So let's see, outside is in those hamburger buns. So I got 2, and on the other side is going to be 7. Do you guys see another one? How about 1 and 8? Those are all of our outside points and on each side. So again, these are equal to each other. So if this was, again, 150, 7 is also 150. They are the same. They are congruent. They are equal. All right, last one. Same side interior angles. These are the only ones that do not equal each other. They are supplementary, which means they add up to 180 degrees. So they're same side interior angles, also in the name. Same side interior angles means same side interior. So the same side of the transversal, so here and here. Now you might be able to notice like this angle is bigger than this angle. So that's going to also tell you they're not the same. You won't be able to tell that on all the problems because sometimes they're like, it's hard to tell. So what you would do with these is you're going to set them equal to 180. So 3, the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 5 are going to equal 180. So you're going to have to be setting these up as an equation. Everything else, they'd be set to equal each other. So how you would see it, you would see measure angle 3 plus measure angle 5 equals 180. And for an example, because I have 45 seconds, so if it was quickly 90 plus 90 equals 180, right? 90 equals 180, or it could be 90 plus 2x equals 180, and then we have to find the answer for x. So you would solve like you did for the problem of the day, minus 90, and you get 2x equals 45, divide by 2. Oops, I meant 90. I said the answer. Divide by 2, x equals 45. Let me know if you have questions.